At some point in our lives, we have all felt that we are not enough, and that is a real shame, because the truth of the matter is that we are all works in progress, and that in every moment of our lives, the only thing that we need to be is the best that we can be at that moment. This is an insight that is so important to our team, Team 2, that we decided to make it the pillar of our ILO project. We believe that topics of self-empowerment and self-love are particularly important to teach to young girls, especially girls going through their tween and teenage years. And that is why our project focuses on bringing these kinds of conversations to 12 to 15-year-old girls in vulnerable situations. We had a very clear idea of how we wanted to accomplish getting this message across, and that was through hosting a one-day boot camp all about self-love and self-empowerment. But in order to do that, we needed to team up with an organization. What we chose to do was to look for an amazing organization called Pequeños Emprendedores. And Pequeños Emprendedores has a subdivision called ANE, which stands for Adolescentes y Niñas Empoderadas. ANE is a really neat program where they go to public schools, middle schools primarily, and they give 7-week courses to the girls about all kinds of topics relating to feminism. Unfortunately, ANE is a program that is limited by resources, and sometimes they could not accomplish certain things that they wanted to do, such as provide the girls with boot camps and more hands-on activities than only classes. In this moment, we saw that there was a very clear connection between our goal and theirs, and therefore we decided to team up to bring these girls a day of fun and learning. After some conversations with the ANE directors, we figured out our basic logistics. First of all, the event would take place at the girls' school because we wanted them to feel like we were on their turf. We really wanted them to feel comfortable during this whole experience. We also decided that the event would be 3 hours long in order to perform a couple activities with them to get our point across. Lastly, we were going to do a small group since this was our first run doing anything of the sort, so we decided to go with 20 to 25 girls. We were very excited for the event, but it became quickly apparent that what we wanted to do was a little bit more expensive than what we had planned. At the very least, we were going to need from 2,000 to 3,000 pesos in order to make our event a reality. So we got to work and we started selling baked goods all over campus to try to afford our event. But even though we did raise good money from this, it became apparent that that would not be enough. We needed to do some serious crowdfunding and convince people that what we were doing was important. So we set up a money pool and we talked to everybody that was willing to listen. And through that effort and the baked goods sales, we were able to raise an amazing 4,000 pesos. You might be wondering what we needed all of those funds for, so I'm going to walk you through everything that we were planning to do. Our first activity was to make organic lip balms with the girls, and this had 2 purposes. First of all, this hands-on activity was absolutely perfect for sitting down with them and getting to know them, hearing from them what they thought self-love was. The second goal of this activity was to teach the girls a new skill that they could possibly monetize in the future. Our second activity was to bring the girls a speaker. Since we had heard from the directors that the girls had been struggling with some mental health issues, we decided it would be best to bring in a psychologist that could talk to them about a variety of subjects, but specifically focusing on self-love. The third activity that we were going to be performing was to give away diplomas for the girls' participation in our boot camp. This was really important to us because we wanted these girls to feel what it was like to graduate from something in order to push them to finish high school and potentially even enter college. And the response for this activity was amazing. We heard multiple girls saying that these were the first diplomas that they had ever gotten in their lives, and they all seemed really excited at the opportunity to be recognized. Apart from the funds used for the activities, we wanted to make the girls feel super at home. So we brought them snacks such as water, popcorn, and Tim Horton donuts, as well as little goodie bags where we gave them a variety of treats ranging from face masks to nail polishes, all things related to self-care that they could take home and enjoy. Through the girls' reaction, we noticed that this activity was really impactful for them. The way that they opened up to us and really trusted us to hear their stories and understand where they were coming from was really special, and it's something that we will never forget. I was also really excited to see that a lot of the girls were asking if we were going to come back and if the program or the project was going to be performed again, and I assured them that even though it might not be us returning to the school, that they would see this kind of event happening again. And the way that I can guarantee that is that the ANE program actually asked us to hand over all of our resources and our materials and our links because they're planning to recreate this program in the future. To wrap things up, all I can say is that this has been the most gratifying experience for everybody involved, and we are so glad to have made an impact in these girls' lives, but much more than us making an impact in their lives, they made an impact in ours.